time for some action. Time for some action. Time for some action. Yeah. I need an intro song, y'all. I need an intro song. What's going on, y'all? What's the deal? This is a random go live real quick because I ain't gonna have no time. I said, let me come on here and at least do an hour. Real quick. And then tomorrow, I was supposed to go live this morning, but I went out with AD and OT Genesis and it threw my whole night off, my whole morning off. So I don't like going out on the weekdays, man. It throws my whole scheduling off. So here I am, man, trying to figure out how can I get some reactions in. If you haven't noticed, man, I've been dropping 3 reactions a day on the channel, 3 a day. So I'm trying to keep that rhythm going, man. So I'm going to try to knock out 3 reactions, at least 3 right now, And I'm looking at these 3 where I may switch it up. I'm going to do this restaurant, the turkey leg hut woman for show. I do want to react to this Gilbert Arenas, what happened with, his channel, man, with, Underdog took over his channel and turned it from Gil's Arena to just the arena. And I really want to react to I saw like clips, but I want to react to the actual conversation he had with with Lo. React to that. And then I want to do like a crime one. The wife discovers, somebody from the Ace Pit suggested this. Wife discovers husband's secret life as a fake cop. You know what I mean? But when I do get more time, it's a lot of good ones that y'all suggested too. It's a lot of good ones as y'all can see. And somebody sent me this, the Mixon twins, the boys who played the Eminem twins. I asked in the show, like, what happened to the Eminem twins, bro? And somebody sent me a video like, here it go. Here's a video of today of them saying what happened, where they're at. So that was dope. So I ain't gonna be able to do that today, but I'll wake up in the morning and do that. All right. And then the man who murdered Charlie Kirk. I wanted to see the video on that. These are just interesting videos y'all send me, and I'm just like, all right, I'll check them out, man. I'll check them out. These are a little order I'll be wanting to watch them in, though. Y'all send a lot of dope stuff, man, so appreciate y'all. Keep sending them, man. Keep sending them to the Discord. Y'all keep DMing them to me, you know what I mean? I try to respond. I try to, but, it's easier to go to the Discord. Go to the Discord. It's in the description. Click the link. It's in the description of every reaction, every live. Click the link that says, submit the videos. Go to the Discord. Go to the entertainment tab. And when you get there, go to the reactions tab. Drop them in there. And I'm going to hit them with 100% emoji when I see it and when I save it so you know that was me. And I'm going to react to it, man. So let's do it up. I ain't going to waste no time, man. Let's get straight to it right here. I want to react to this one right now first. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Appreciate y'all. This is a random live. I didn't give everybody a heads up, man. So, let's just do it up. All right. Let me make sure the volume is good. Let's see. All right, there we go. Hold on. When the family feels. All right, hold on. Let's see. All right, y'all. We back with another reaction right here on ABP Reactions. And this one is called From Restaurant Fame to Harboring a Kidnapper. The turkey leg hut story gets darker. Let's get into it.
I left all my family, all my niggas in the hood, you heard me? I didn't come out here to play. Nigga, I came out here to wallop, you heard me? Swear to God, you don't get this shit being regular. Ain't no regular nigga, you heard me? Swear to God, I don't fuck with regular bitches. I don't drink regular liquor. I don't drive regular cars. I don't wear regular clothes. You heard me? I swear to God.
Man, he popping it. That's how Dame Dash used to be. He popping it.
Hey, they be worried about me and you. They be working themselves up about me and you.
And we just be sitting over here minding our business.
What we be doing?
Minding our business.
And eating what?
Fruits and catfish nuggets.
Okay, so for those of you who don't know, that's the turkey leg hut owner lady right there. And this is her new boyfriend. I did a video on her old, well, I guess it was her husband, I think. But it was her business partner as well. I did a whole video on him. You can check that out on ABP Reactions. And now this is a video on her harboring this guy who's supposed to be a crime suspect. Let's see.
Ended up eating fruits and catfish nuggets.
This is the one we reacted to right here. They burnt down the competition right down the street in Houston, man. Shout out Houston.
And cheese on top of a turkey leg. Like, I changed the game with this one. I'll tell you, the turkey leg is so tender. It just, like I said, falling off the bone.
If you're in Houston, you have to come to the Turkey Leg Hut. It is so worth the wait.
Price, owner of Turkey Leg Hut in Houston, Texas.
Hi, I'm London Price, owner of Turkey Leg Hut in Houston, Texas.
You feel what I'm saying? It's the level of respect.
This is who we did the reaction video on him right here. Y'all go check that out.
And I don't get disrespect. I'm all right in the hood. You know, people respect me. So the thing that you came in my restaurant to fight, that was my first incident of a fight since our restaurant has ever been open.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
That's with a black business. And we
Wow,
see
that's
30-some thousand people a week.
How many people a week?
30-some thousand.
That's crazy.
Y'all niggas is killing it.
30,000 people a week.
Nigga, stop playing with me.
Fam, there's a couple takeaways we can pull from this story we about to cover today. And I want y'all to really lock in on this. 1, every woman ain't gonna hold you down. 2, the signs of what's happening today were already there. They were just ignored. And 3, when somebody show you who they really are, believe them the first time. Now today's story centers around a woman who publicly turned on her own husband, a man who wasn't just her life partner, but also her partner in business. We talking about Nikki Holmes, co-owner of Houston's viral restaurant, the Turkey Leg Hut.
You come here, it's just it's an experience. That's what they come for.
Nakia Price and her husband Lynn started the turkey business back in 2015. The former University of Houston basketball player
Turkey Leg Hut was gas too, man. If you never had it in Houston, man, that shit was gas.
was working for a litigation firm when her and her husband decided to start selling food in their family's perfectly placed parking lot across the street from the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo.
At what point did you decide, hey, turkey legs are my thing?
At no point. It was literally something that just happened. We started during rodeo season. We were shuttling people into the rodeo, and we just had a barbecue pit on the lot. And you know, it was just something that happened. He thought that we shouldn't season the turkey legs, and I told him that we should. And so he was actually recording me seasoning the turkey legs, and people started coming, and they were like, "We want the turkey leg with the seasoning on it." And he kind of looked at me, and I looked at him, and winked him, and it took off.
We want
As
the
if the
seasoning.
incredible flavor of the food wasn't enough, Lynn took the turkey to the next level, taking perfectly seasoned provisions and piling things on top of it.
He was like, "Yeah, let's just do it and see what happens." And there it happened. And then after that came our #1 seller, which is the shrimp Alfredo stuffed turkey leg.
You heard that right, a one-star basketball athlete
That's crazy.
for the University of Houston in 2001 and in 2002. Fast forward to 2025 and the same things turned upside down. We had covered the story when her husband had got arrested by the feds. On the IRS, plenty of business vendors, all while obtaining the court documents that she was the owner. That
Crazy story too, man. So again, go check it out. We reacted to it.
video did almost 500,000 views, and even then, family members were in the comments saying something about this situation just don't sit right. On how one man was taking the blame for a business that's put in a woman's name. Well, it turns out that some of y'all was right. I'm gonna leave that link in the bio.
Whoa.
'Cause now we're saying we got an update, and this time it's not her husband in the headlines. He's still locked up in the feds.
Damn.
It's her. She's now been accused of harboring a fugitive, a man wanted for kidnapping, a man she reportedly been dating, who's got a violent criminal past. And the question a lot of people are asking is simple. If you would risk your freedom for a man like that, what makes everybody believe you didn't try to cover your own tracks when the turkey leg hunt was under fire for all that alleged misconduct? Well, today, we're going to go over the key points to get everybody caught up and then break down the new details. Who her new boyfriend is, what's in this public record, and how all this connects to an even darker story involving his ex-girlfriend.
Okay, I see what's going on with this guy. The new boyfriend, he, man. Okay, I see what's going on. He like the flex. He real flamboyant. Let's see, man. Unpack it.
Hey, fam, at the end of the day, it's looking like two married couples, both stepping outside their marriage and now both caught up in situations that can cost them everything. So before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I won't give you no angle. I just give you the story. So with that
Yeah,
being
that boy
said,
fair
make sure
time.
you like, comment, and subscribe. We'll jump right to it. Before all the drama, before the headlines, before the federal indictments, this was a story about a dream that turned into a dynasty. You see, back in 2015, right in the heart of Houston's 3rd Ward, a couple by the name of Nakia and Lynn Price came up with an idea that would change Southern food forever. They started with a single tent at a Houston rodeo. Just them, a smoker, and a crazy idea. Take a turkey leg, stuff it with mac and cheese, dirty rice, and shrimp Alfredo, and serve it up like no one else ever had. It was
Movie.
a comfort food with a twist, and the people ate it up.
Meet Nakia and Lynn Price, founders of the Turkey Leg Hut restaurant in Houston, Texas.
And what's so crazy about Turkey Leg Hut is, I'm speaking for me personally. I'm not a person that goes anywhere and order a turkey leg. That's not something I do. That's some rare shit. But when I go to Houston, that was like one of the go-to spots. We gotta hit Turkey Leg Hut. We gotta go get one of those turkey legs. They made you want a turkey leg, bro. It's coming from somebody who don't give a fuck about turkey legs. When I go there, I used to want a turkey leg. And that's crazy. That was the impact they had. Like, it make people who don't want to even eat that shit eat it. It was good. It was great. Those toppings was different. Then they had like the little drinks you could buy when you sit down, a little blended frozen drinks, all kind of, and they had some cool little sides.
You know, we came up with the concept. People encouraged us, and before we knew it, it took off. We probably do about 45,000 turkey legs in a week.
Damn.
Still to this day, I'm amazed to see that line wrapped around the building.
Here we go. Ford F-150 truck has played a major role pulling the barbecue pit.
We don't have to bring out a generator. To be able to plug up our food truck from our vehicle, I mean, it's genius. You're always on the go, so it's easy for me to be able to plug up what I need. It's made our life easier.
We've worked hard to get here. We just this little small little restaurant that has always said the proof is in the pudding.
Why work for someone else's dreams when you can do it for yourself?
Sooner or later, celebrities started to pull up. Rappers, athletes, even influencers from out of state. You had folks flying from Atlanta, New York, Miami, all to try a turkey leg and be a part of the experience. And for a while, it seemed like they had built something unstoppable.
Oh,
the
God.
lines wrapped around the block. The community showed love. And the name Turkey Leg Hunt became a brand. But as the fame grew, so did the pressure. Behind the smiles, there were arguments about who did what, how the money was spent, who really owned what part of the business. It was a viral clip that went on social media of an employee who worked for Nakia. This was during the time they had got a divorce. It was troubling times, and it seemed that her husband had to put him out. And the reason we know this is because the security officer who was in that video later explained why this went on. Check it out.
Hands on me. Don't put your hands on me. Don't put your hands on me.
That's the wrong thing to
That's
do.
level 4 security.
It's the wrong
That's
thing
level
to
0.
do.
Don't put your hands on me.
I'm going in.
That's fine. No, you got it.
Call the police.
That's fine. It's simple. You can't come in
They
here.
don't stink.
That's fine. You got it. All right. Like I said, baby. Call it what you want.
Yo,
You're not coming in, baby.
Who is that lady right here? This wasn't in the last video. Who is this lady?
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's gonna be World War III in this bitch. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Same way you told me about over there. Ain't nothing going on, baby. Apartment, best you leave. We gonna call 911. Nothing, baby. Nothing. We call 911 like hell. You get my truck fast. I am. I am. That's fine, baby. Stop touching me. All right, thank you. Thank you for recording. You on private property, baby. Hey, can I get the police out here if you don't mind? Please.
Who is this mystery woman, man? They ain't give us no details who this is. Who is this?
It's 4902 Alameda. Already have a protective order in the system. 4902 Alameda.
One point, you had went viral for fighting outside of Turkey Leg Hut.
Fighting?
Or like you had gotten to a physical like altercation.
No, I was being the more median in between.
But
I was being the
but you were working security.
Yeah, but I was being the median. Because if I was fighting, that video was way different. You better leave me.
We got to get clarity.
Well, here's the thing. If you look at the video, this was 2024.
Okay.
The beginning of 2024 or something like that. Got this recent.
Man, get to who the lady is, man.
That day, the lady, she's like the manager that the ex-wife had brought in to kind of help weed him out, and she probably put in some money too. I don't know, the in and outs, I don't know. I think she did because they told me she's from Chicago too or something. And they were trying to, basically, some of their stuff went out at Turkey Leg Hut. So they had to start storing the food over there because he got a lot of equipment there. And because of the legal trouble they were in, the business, they had to keep account. You know, they give you an adjudicator and an accountant, and it's like they kind of managing your business. How much of this makes this? How much of this? And so, you know what I mean? They had to measure every motherfucking thing and account for it.
Mm-hmm.
Every potato, every turkey leg. You know what I'm saying? So she had to come in. That basically gave them rights to be over there and operate because their food was over there. But at the same time, she trying to get him the fuck away, period. Because this is just take him down type shit. You know what I mean? That property is in his side of the name. So they couldn't remove him there. Remember, they had that property, turkey leg, when he was in jail. Or she was with the other business partners and all that shit. But this over here was actually over there, so he was able to kind of wiggle and operate.
That's one big ass messy situation right there. Like, damn. So y'all not partners no more. Y'all at odds. Y'all divorcing. But part of where we store our stuff over here, the storage, is in your name, and you don't want to let the people, the new owners, come over here. You being an asshole, calling you being petty. Y'all niggas was doing 30,000 turkey legs a day. Greed, power and greed, ego got in the middle of this shit, tore y'all down. That's crazy, man. Damn. They really fumbled that situation, bruh. I'm telling you, bro. I know everybody in Texas know what I'm talking about, but if you ain't from Texas and used to go out there, that shit used to be wrapped around the corner. That line wrapped around the corner. It was just good energy in that motherfucker. The food was good. And they blew it. Blew it.
Heard from the once security guard. Somewhere between the hustle and the headlines, the love story that started in the food tent started to crack. But then come early 2025, and of course the link in the bio on how we got to this point. Houston entrepreneur Lynn Price, her husband, the co-founder of the popular turkey leg hunt restaurant, had decided to allow his wife to keep the business in her name. Serious legal trouble after being arrested and charged with federal arson. According to authorities, Price is accused of orchestrating a devastating explosion at a Houston area bar.
Nigga shit.
This year,
Nigga shit.
targeting a business that posed competition to a separate venture.
Nigga shit.
Involved in. The arrest comes after months-long investigation by the Houston Fire Department Arsons Unit and federal agencies.
Nigga shit.
Officials allege that Price hired individuals to set the fire to Bar 5015, a popular lounge in Houston's Third Ward, in an incident that caused significant property damage and endangered the lives of nearby residents. When it came to Nakia Holmes, it seems she walked away scot-free. She publicly disconnected herself from her husband, and after he was arrested, she went to social media to say the following: "I'm finally validating what the world already knew." Long post alert. I've been quiet for so long, and I can no longer hold my silence. This war that I've been fighting behind closed doors, all while pretending to the world that everything is perfect, is too much to bear. I am living in hell on earth. The abuse, the manipulation, the lies, the deceit, the gaslighting, and narcissism have become unbearable. The world thinks he's a man who stands on business, but y'all are sadly mistaken. The man that me and my children know is cruel, abusive, emotionally and mentally, and completely void of any emotion.
Right.
From the time we wake up to the time we close our eyes each night, we are literally in a fight for our peace and sanity. I can admit I played my part in hindering and hiding his behavior, but today I'm finally choosing me. I'll die behind this truth, and I'll lose everything to finally have peace. I brought light to his life while he came into a mind to destroy not only me, but all who love me. I'm finally closing this chapter, but I know the battle is about to commence and I'm ready. I know after I win this war, I'll finally have my peace. There are so many more chapters to my story, but this one is officially closed. I'm gonna need all the support I can get, but I also know that God has me. With love, Nakia Holmes. But then shortly after,
bro, you know what's crazy about that? No shade to the women who actually post like that, and they really are in those fucked up situations, but that women can post those type of posts and not even be in that situation, but can make themselves seem like the victim and make the guy seem like a predator, you know what I mean? A narcissistic, a controlling freak. Like, just off an IG post, and you will see all the women come together in the comment section. Girl, he's not good enough for you. He's not this, he's not that. Can guys do that? Can we do that? And then all the homies, like all the guys bond in the comment section. You right, man. She's not right. Niggas ain't doing that shit. Niggas ain't doing it. Niggas gonna be like, hey, you's a bitch right now. That's fucked up, man. That's fucked up.
She popped up on social media with a new man from Louisiana now living in Texas. A man identified as Jonathan Cesar, arrested in 2016 in Louisiana for dealing crack that was picked up by the feds. He was released, and now he's on social media a lot, posting being a dog breeder and doing taxes with his brother.
Came out this bitch a while the fuck out, you heard me? Where I'm from, man, I left all my family, all my niggas in the hood, you heard me? I didn't come out here to play. Nigga, I came out here to wallop out, you heard me?
Wait, that's y'all tax man? I don't know if I want my tax man to be out there popping it, wearing 2 rollies, nigga, big chains, flexing, talking crazy. I'm like, hold on, bro. We gotta start running a little background. What you doing? How you getting this shit, bro? Would y'all let this be our tax man right here?
Swear to God, you don't get this shit being regular. Ain't no regular nigga, you heard me? Swear to God, I don't fuck with regular bitch. I don't drink regular liquor. I don't drive regular cars. I don't wear regular clothes. You heard me? I swear to God. You ask about me, landlord, fuck, nigga know what's out, man. You don't do regular shit. Swear to God. Like this too often, but it's holiday time, man. Hot boys in town, man. I grew up on them niggas, man. Check me out. Check me out. Did my Christmas present to myself. I'm about to grab that bitch in a few days. I got some rims on the way, and I got a 57 Bel Air on the way, man. Run that shit.
Are y'all letting this nigga be your tax man? That's all I want to know. Are y'all? If this is y'all intro to seeing him, these type of videos, and like, hey, he a good tax man, you should fuck with him. Are you going to proceed and be like, you know what? Are you sold by this type of energy to be your tax man? Because I would definitely be like, hell no, nigga. That nigga like he going to jail next 2 days.
2, 3, 4, 5, all of them in my name, 0 down. Man, shout out to Chris Cousins because you shared awareness about this whole situation, you heard me? This money, baby. I got me a legal business going. This money, baby. Shout out to the coach, man. Shout out to my boy Noah, man. They all for rent.
Hey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
In my name. Let's get it, baby. Big boy client. This is what that big boy package do for you. I swear to God. You know I ain't doing no capping. Everything in my name. Pull up on me and show you my paperwork.
Hey, they be worried.
That nigga loud. He too loud. He too loud. And I ain't saying like vocally like loud. He's just a person like he's too loud. Like, you know, people who just want all the attention on them. I got all this money. Look what I got. I own this. I own that. I own this. I own that. I own this. But, you know, you're doing something behind the curtains. You're doing something illegal or something, you know. It puts too much light on you, brother. There's too much light on you. So it's something bound to happen the moment you slip up because you're a loud nigga. And people wait for loud niggas to fall. Oh, yeah, they wait. Case in point, Dame Dash. They wait for loud niggas to fall. Like, it's always people that, they don't like that. They don't like flamboyant people. Hey, you can call it hating. Call it what you want. It's people out there that don't like niggas that flex too hard.
About me and you, they be working themselves up about me and you.
And we just be sitting over here minding our business.
What
Really?
What we be doing?
Minding our business.
And eating what?
Fruits and catfish nuggets.
I'm be laid up eating fruits and catfish nuggets.
Minding our business.
And they be worked up.
And they be so mad. Apparently.
They be trying to figure out how a nigga like me fuck with somebody, how somebody like you will fuck with a nigga like me.
I don't know.
Well,
It's just chemistry, I guess.
they be talking about I got a pass jacket and this and that.
I mean, it is what it is. Everybody have a past, right?
Shit, I got a present and a future too.
We all do.
Swear to God.
Swear to God.
Ain't that how that go?
Yeah, it's all
Oh, your
go.
stomach growling. You need reach me a fruit.
My stomach is growling.
Yeah, growling.
As you can see, it hasn't even been 4 months since her husband went to jail and even 3 months since she made that post. And it seemed like she's in love. But after recent reports of her getting arrested alongside her new boyfriend, the same things are starting to turn upside down for that situation.
Wait a minute. Damn, it's only been 3 months since that post, since that IG post, that I'm going to start doing me. And she started doing her, and she fell in love in 3 months. Women. Well, I was going to say, I know people that fall. Listen, I was about to say, can y'all fall in love that fast? Yeah, it's women that fall in love. Man, listen, we ain't. Don't worry about it. Disregard.
Well, because not only the allegations of him being abusive just earlier this month. Before we go over the police report, which I have, and how he got arrested, it was an incident with this same woman who I'm assuming he have kids with. He allegedly put hands on her as well. This happened in April. Now, this was on surveillance. And of course, through the YouTube guidelines, I can't play the entirety. But let's just say he not only hit this woman, he kicked her. And
oh, shit. So it's on camera. This ain't no allege. This really happened.
Dragged her inside and outside the home. For those who would like to see it, go to the Family TV Instagram page, which is in the bio. But then just 6 months later, it seemed he would do the same to the same woman. See, police arrested him and Nakia on October 16, 2025. According to the Harris County, on October 9, 2025, 7 deputies were dispatched to a family disturbance.
Ah, hell no. Hell no. So wait, you just made this big old speech on your IG about your dude that you had this booming business with, your child's father, that he wasn't the right man for you and you were tired and now you're finna stand up and the right one is out there for you and you ready to step out and you get with a new nigga. And in 3 months, this nigga get both of y'all arrested. Oh my God. So this is the new nigga. In 3 months, you just separate, you just made this speech. You off to a terrible start, young lady. So my question now is, he done got you hit. Now you're in the limelight for being arrested, for harboring a guy who got a DV, multiple DVs against his last ex. And you're on IG doing these videos with him like you love him. Only been 3 months. That you love him and the haters are mad. Haters gonna hate, post type shit. And then now, what happens after this nigga got you arrested in 3 months? Are you gonna continue to be with this man, yes or no? That's the question I want to know, and let's see if they say.
At the 3800 block of St. Simon Minor Drive in Houston, Texas, on arrival, deputies spoke with the reportee who stated that his mother was beaten severely by his stepfather and was currently at the Memorial Hermann Hospital.
Damn.
Deputies then made contact with the complainant at the hospital, who stated that the suspect, identified as Jonathan Cizon, came to the residence, forced her into his vehicle, and struck her multiple times with closed fist, open hand, and a tire iron. The complainant stated that the suspect dropped her off at the hospital after beating her in the vehicle for around 6 hours.
No.
Had several lacerations to the face.
6 hours of beating her up?
To the head and stitches on the toes from being bit. Yeah, it was alleged that he bit her toes. Now let me say this, fam. These are the alleged before and after of this woman. I'm not.
Nah. Come on, dog. Nah. Look at this shit, dog. This is the nigga who you proud of. Look at this shit. You can't even tell that's her. That's sad, bro.
Not even gonna say her name. I don't want to take it there. But seeing this broke me down, man. Huge no-no when it comes to putting hands on women, man. Now, the Harris County District Attorney's Office accept charges of felony aggravated kidnapping and aggravated assault on a family member. Deputies checked the flock system and received several hits on the vehicle. The vehicle was flocked at Imelda Genoa and 288, and then again later at the same location. Deputies set a flock alert and assisted in sending a, quote, be on the lookout alert for the suspect and the vehicle. A to be warned was filed. In the flock license plate videos, the complainant was observed hanging out of the vehicle while it was in motion in an attempt to flee the suspect. On October 15, 2025, Jonathan was arrested on 2 open warrants: felony aggravated kidnapping and aggravated assault on a family member, along with Turkey Leg Hunt founder Nakia Holmes. He was charged with the felony after she allegedly hindered the arrest of Jonathan. Holmes was charged with 1 count of hindering apprehension of prosecution of a known felon. Both were transported and booked into the Harris County Joint Processing Center. The scene when she left out her house, police pulled her over after.
Damn, who the fuck is doing that in 3 months? Like, lady, you just came out of a viral breakup, out of a booming business, and you doing this already for a nigga you just, well, as far as we know, in 3 months. Who knows what's been going on behind the scenes and for how long? That we don't know. So I can't even gauge it. Why are you like putting yourself in this situation with a guy and you know he's on a run or whatever, you harboring him and all that, whatever? I don't, that's crazy, bro. There's some nasty headlines to be in the headlines, coming off of that to be in headlines for again. It's not good. It doesn't look good on her.
Tracking Jonathan's location. She said she didn't know where he was at, but authorities got an alert that a man was jumping out the window, and they later was arrested.
News of former Turkey Lake Hut owner Lynn Price facing federal arson charges.
Wow. He's accused of conspiring to set fire to Bar 5015 5 years ago. Prosecutors say Price recruited others to help carry out the attack and even paid them after the job was done.
Jason Miles is live downtown
That's
at
a crazy
the federal
downfall,
courthouse where
y'all.
Price and 2 alleged accomplices appeared before a judge. Jason, what a turn of events.
This is a crazy downfall.
Absolutely. We all remember
Damn.
when lines wrapped around the block at the Turkey Leg Hut. It was a very popular place, but how times have changed. Now this saga includes brand new federal charges. Inside federal court where cameras are not allowed, 42-year-old Lynn Price appeared before a U.S. magistrate after his arrest on new charges. He's accused of plotting to set fire to Bar 5015, which was owned by another former Turkey Leg Hut co-owner. And arson basically blew up the building back in June of 2020.
Like, bro, this is crazy, bro. Just really put all this together. These are the people who had one of the most booming little restaurants in Houston. I'm talking about booming. And look how it's ended. One is going to the feds for hiring people to burn down his competition, which is a person who came from his kitchen that was once a partner with him or wanted to be partner. You did some old school mafia shit. You went and burnt down his building. Nigga, get off my block. Burnt it down. And you also was stealing car engines or some shit. That was another thing we discovered in that last video. You were stealing car engines. But the fucked up part is how it all got ugly. The nigga who he hired told him in jail. He got snitched on. One of the niggas he hired that was stealing shit for him and that helped burn his shit down, snitched on that nigga, man. Just look how they did the job. Look how sloppy that was. They went to go burn this shit down on camera. They're pouring gasoline on camera. And the only thing that's covered is like the mouth, the nose, but everything nose and under. But you can see the top of their head. You can see their eyes. You can see how they, like, that's a terrible mask, bro. Like, you guys didn't even try to hide your, like, come on, man. It's going to be easy to put together who that is. I would be hot if I paid you niggas. And I look at the video, I'm like, that's how y'all went over there like that? Where they could still see half of your face, you stupid motherfuckers? Anyways, he's out of here. Boom. Now, here she goes. She win the people over. She make the dude, her husband, look like a demon. Like, oh, he was Satan. And then here she go 3 months after that in the headlines for being arrested for harboring a nigga who beat his girl black and blue for 6 hours. And that picture right there is crazy. His ex or whatever. And now you in the headlines again. This is a story. This is a crazy storyline, y'all.
The FBI says Lynn Price allegedly recruited and paid co-defendants Armani Williams and John Lee Price, no relation, and others to pour gas in the bar and set fire to it. This surveillance video was released at the time.
We look forward to looking into the charges, investigating the charges, and ensuring that Mr. John Lee Price's rights are protected.
John Lee Price's attorneys spoke with us after his arraignment today, suggesting her client was coerced.
This is a classic example of being very mindful of the company that you keep. Sometimes the company that you keep can get you in trouble.
This is file video from when Lynn Price and his wife were enjoying great success at the Turkey Leg Hut, which permanently closed last November after a history of issues, including a bankruptcy, lawsuits, and health code violations. And Lynn Price will remain in federal custody pending a detention hearing next Thursday. His 2 alleged accomplices were allowed to leave after their arraignments today pending their next court dates.
Damn.
Reporting live from the federal court downtown, Jason Miles, KHOU 11 News.
You know, fam, when we look at this whole story from the rise of a power couple that fed the city to both of them sitting in 2 different courtrooms, it's hard not to see the lesson in it. Sometimes success comes fast, the lights get bright, and the money get loud. And the people forget what really built it. Loyalty, discipline, and faith. Because what good is a restaurant full of customers if the people who started it can't even sit at the table no more? Lynn locked up and the kid fighting new charges. And the Turkey Leg Hunt still standing. for missing that love that made it famous. But that's what happened when pride outweighs partnership, and when chasing headlines become more important than handling home. So if you take anything from this story, remember this. Check what you build, move with intention, and don't let temporary attention cost your permanent peace. Because at the end of the day, money can buy you a brand, but courage to build a legacy. Fam, this was the story of the latest involving the turkey leg hunts and its owner. Let me know how you guys feel about this one in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And today, I'll catch you guys on the next one.
Dang, man. All right, hold on. Let me go back.
Nobody wins when the family feels peace. Because at the end of the day, money can buy you a brand, but courage to build a legacy. Fam, this was the story of the latest involving the turkey leg hunts and its owner. Let me know how you guys feel about this one in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And today, I'll catch you guys.
All right. Dang, that's a crazy update. That's an update, man, because we did the reaction to the husband. We did the reaction to him and how wild he was. He was going crazy. He had the YouTube channel. He flexing. He got all the expensive cars. He had the Rick Ross car shows going crazy. He real flamboyant too. And I think that's what she was attracted to. Yeah, it was certain elements of him she didn't like no more, her dude that's in jail, her ex. But then she saw that in this new guy. He very flamboyant too. But I don't think she was ready for what all came with that in 3 months. You know what I mean? If that is how long they was messing with each other. But the whole DV thing and standing by your man. And then I know people looking at her like, you know, you stupid. Look what he doing to this girl. He gonna do that to you eventually. You know what I mean? If he would do this to her, he's definitely gonna do this to you down the line. And she's still with him. Oh, that shit is stupid. Oh, that's a fucking downfall, man. God damn. Come on, people. Get it together, man. Get it together, man. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section, though. Let me know what y'all think about this whole situation. What y'all think about her. What y'all think about the husband. You know what I mean? What y'all think about them just as a conglomerate? Like, they was running the shit, man. And I just heard them say Turkey Leg Hut still goes on. Is that true? Is Turkey Leg Hut still open without them? Somebody let me know in the comment section if you out there in Houston. Is Turkey Leg Hut still open? Is it still moving? I thought it was shut down. I didn't know. I thought it was shut down. I swear I saw it get shut down or it went bankrupt, out of business. That's what was my understanding. He just said Turkey Leg still lives on. But I don't know. Let me know. I'll give you 2 seconds to smash the like. And as always, get ready for the next reaction. Yeah, that was crazy right there, man. Golly, man. Money and power gets to people's heads and they fucking blow it. They blow it. Oh, okay. You know what? Let's do this. Let's skip this one up because I wanted to see about G Herbo and his Vlad. But then I do want to watch the Gilbert Arenas thing. Which one I want to watch? G Herbo or the Gilbert Arenas? The downfall of Gil's Arena or G Herbo exposes DJ Vlad? Which one y'all want to watch, man? Okay, it's shut down. It's shut down. I'm from Houston. It's shut down. Shout out Corey Moe. Shout out Never Too Much. Okay, that's what I was like. I swear I saw that it was over with. They closed it down and went bankrupt, all kind of shit. Okay. All right, for sure. All right. That nigga said, pull up a scary reaction for Spooktober. A scary reaction? What the hell? Domino Dime, what's going on? Spider-Man, you ain't get no notifications? Yeah, I went live randomly. I don't know why you didn't get a notification. I don't know how it works over here. But I just went live, you know? I didn't do no heads up. I just went live. I said, let me knock this shit out real quick. Let me knock out. I want to knock out 3 so that I could drop 3 tomorrow and I could have more time tomorrow to do like 6 or 7 with y'all. I need 3 that I could spread out and drop tomorrow. All right, which one y'all want to see, man? G Herbo? All right, fuck it. Let's do it. Let's go.
A lot of artists.
Let's see. G Herbo and Vlad. All right, let's do it, man. All right, y'all. We back with another reaction right here on ABP Reactions. This one is called G Herbo exposes DJ Vlad for exploiting rappers for views. Ha, we've been hearing that for years, but let's get into it.
A lot of artists feel that coming up they could do Vlad TV, but once they get to a certain level, they don't have to mess with Vlad TV.
DJ Vlad is back at it again.
Back
this
at
time calling out G Herbo for basically not showing him love anymore. In a recent interview, Vlad starts talking about how rappers use his platform when they're coming up, but then after they blow up, they move on to other shows and podcasts, basically saying these artists and rappers, they use me for views. He even name dropped G.
Huh? Wait, they use you for views? Nah, it's kind of like a 50-50 thing. It's like, shit, you helping me, I'm helping you. Because I need the platform and you need the interview. I need the platform, you need the interview. It's a 50-50 thing on the come. I mean, you know, it's beneficial for both parties, but once I get to the point where it's like, all right, I don't have to do those no more, you can't be mad at me. It's like, nigga, we already done did it. I look at your platform as for people who try to get from point A to B or A to C, but I want to now do these platforms, these type of platforms moving forward. And you can't be mad at that, man. You can't be mad at that.
Herbo specifically in this interview saying that Herb skipped a Vlad interview to go sit on a random lame podcast that barely got 600 views. Now, this is nothing new. Vlad's been saying this type of stuff for years, that he gave rappers their first big look, that they owed him some kind of loyalty for helping them get on. But this time, people are pushing back hard, especially because G Herbo didn't stay quiet. He actually responded on Instagram and basically called Vlad out for using the culture, exploiting artists for views, and not giving anything back. And what makes this even more interesting is that G Herbo has been vocal about this for a while. He's done interviews where he said that guys like Vlad and academics profit off of hip-hop culture but invest nothing back into it. He even challenged both of them back a couple of months ago to donate some of their earnings to Chicago nonprofits. So when Vlad took a little jab, Herb clearly had enough and decided that it was time to stand on business. So before we get into what Herbo said, let's listen to what Vlad said.
Okay.
Me and Polo G, we had a talk about that. We ran into each other at a bank in Calabasas, and we went outside and we talked because he had said some things about me negatively, and I'm like, why not just call me and tell me that if that's how you feel, because I gave you one of your first big looks. You know, but I also understand that when it comes to this game,
is this entitlement? Do y'all consider this? You know what I mean? Well, I just want to know y'all take. Do y'all feel like how he's approaching these artists? How he feel like you at least owe me this? You owe me. You owe me. I keep hearing that. You owe me. You owe me. Is that entitlement, y'all, or does he has a point? I gave you my platform, but again, my take is it's 50-50. You need the interview, I need the platform. But in his eyes, nigga, you needed me. That's it. You know what I'm saying? You needed me. That's it. And I gave it to you. So now you owe me. You're in debt with me for life. Is that the vibe it's given? You're in debt with me for life. I helped you at your low. I helped you in your come up. You're in debt with me for life. When I need you, you owe me. But if that's not the terms we had when I did it on your platform, like, hey, I'm going to interview you, and when you blow up, you owe me, I understand that. If that was like the agreement we had, hey, I'm going to let you get on this platform. I usually charge people, but I'm going to let you get on this platform. I'm going to do 4 or 5 interviews with you. You blow up, you owe me. All right, deal. I get that. But if it's like a deal was never made, an agreement was never made, and now you just feel like you owe me, I would be like G Herbo, like, nigga, what? Fuck you, nigga. What I owe you for it, nigga. Like, what?
we're not like a major morning show on a major radio station that's owned by the biggest radio conglomerate in America, if not the world. So a lot of artists feel that coming up, they could do Vlad TV, but once they get to a certain level, they don't have to mess with Vlad TV anymore. Like, for example, like G Herbo, I was talking to his people about doing an interview, and ultimately he passed. But he did some podcast that got 678 views. Mm-hmm. Not 678,000, 678, less than 1,000 views. He spent an hour on this podcast, but he wouldn't do Vlad TV. But Vlad TV was interviewing him over and over again on his come up. But once he gets to a certain level, well, he don't want to do Vlad TV anymore because Vlad TV's the feds now and whatever. I feel like that's lame, but that's life.
Does that bother you though? Do you feel, because
It almost like
from
you feel
from
like
a competition
it
level,
feels like
it
it's
does
almost like
bother me.
Yeah, that's entitlement. That's entitlement like a motherfucker. It's because you feel it's lame. It's not because you don't understand his side on why he's not doing it. If they saying, hey, man, I don't want to do that no more because at this point in life, that's going to put, the Fed's eyes on me. I'll be in legal trouble here and there. And I know what you're going to do. You're going to ask me stuff. Even though you say you're not going to ask me that type shit, you're going to try to get it up out of me. Hey, man, I don't feel safe. I mean, it ain't about feeling safe. It's just, hey, I don't think I need to be on that type of platform. I need to go somewhere where I know I could just answer cool little questions and not have to feel like somebody's trying to get me to admit something on camera. You know what I mean? Hey, maybe that's his take. Maybe that's his, and you can't be mad at that. Nigga, what we had, and we did it up. And I don't owe you nothing. Shit. You know what I'm saying?
Title, like you're entitled to come here.
No, he's not entitled to do anything. No one's entitled to do. Like, I don't feel he's entitled, but I feel like humans are naturally, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, if you do something for someone, most humans will try to return that favor for you.
Reciprocate it, yeah.
Yeah. The reciprocal beings, right? I've learned over time that when people do something for me, I try to do something back. It may not be the exact same thing, but it's always in the back of my mind. So I feel like, like I looked out for you when no one was checking for you. When you were just an up-and-coming artist. I did the Migos first interview. You haven't seen the Migos on Vlad TV in forever. Mm-hmm. I did a lot. Big Sean's one of his first interviews. You haven't seen Big Sean in forever.
Ooh, he's keeping score. He keeping score, y'all. He keeping that shit tallied down who didn't come back. And you know what those type of people do to those people who they feel like owe them and they're not coming back and helping them. They're going to try to destroy your ass. So he's letting you know, nigga, hey, I know who, I got to keep a tab of everybody who didn't come back. So, nigga, yeah, you either come fuck with me or, nigga, I'm going to drag you through the mud the moment I get a chance. If I get somebody to come on here and sit down and don't like you, I'm going to drag you. Like, hey, you got to watch these type of people.
They'll go and do other platforms. They'll do that white girl's podcast. Bobby Altaf, because she's kind of like quirky or whatever else. So it doesn't bother me. I don't feel entitled, but I feel like, damn, like we put together some dope work, and you go and pass on me to do some lame shit.
All right, so we just heard DJ Vlad in that clip saying
that. So he shitted on. I saw the because somebody sent me the video. They were like, "Oh, he's somebody from." Like, no, he's a nigga. Because our shit with Herb got like 100-some thousand, 150, 140. What could go wrong? He ain't talking about us. But they sent me the video of the shit he was talking about, and it had the day he did this interview, and he said it. It was the day the interview had came out, and at the time it had 700 views. So that's kind of petty too. Like you're sitting here talking about an up-and-coming a platform that had G Herbo, and this is the day of release, and you're going to throw those numbers out there, knowing, like, give that shit a week, give it a month, give it time, like, to get in the algorithm. So, yeah, man, that was a petty move on Vlad. That was a petty move. But I get it. Nigga, shit, he like, fuck it. That was low-hanging fruit. It was easy for me to take that and take their numbers they had that day and throw it out there and make them look weak. So, yeah, that was petty, but I feel it.
When rappers hit a certain level, they feel like they can stop doing business with Vlad TV. Essentially, he said that they use him when they're rising and then they move on. He uses G Herbo as an example, saying that he helped Herb early, giving him a platform, and now G Herbo should be basically obligated to sit back down with him. So let's kind of unpack it, right? What Vlad is essentially saying is, I gave you exposure, I helped you grow, so now you owe me loyalty, your return visit. You owe me interviews. And on the surface,
that's crazy, right?
It's not that bad of a statement. Yeah, he did give G Herbo some early visibility in his career, but the tone that Vlad used here is really the problem because it comes off as more of entitled than just him being generous. It's
exactly entitled. It comes off as entitled.
Basically, I helped you, so now you owe me. And that's where it gets sticky because the relationship between an interview / platform and an artist should be mutual, not a debt that is owed. Like, yeah, you help the artist, but the artist also brings the content, the story. Without the artist, you don't have platform leverage. And on top of that, what he's saying is a bit of a contradiction because Vlad is accusing rappers of using him once they're on the rise, but then they flip once they've made it. He's basically saying they're using him, but isn't Vlad doing the exact same thing to them when they're coming up to produce content? He is essentially saying, you used me, when in fact, the structure of the interview is mutually beneficial in that way. Sure, the artist is using you for the visibility of your platform, but you're also using them for the visibility of their story. It's mutually beneficial. He's using them in the same way that they're using him. He can't be mad that it's a mutual thing that they are doing right now. In that clip we watched, Vlad claims that G Herbo skipped a Vlad interview, choosing instead to do a podcast that he quantifies as only being able to do 600 views. And it appears that the podcast that Vlad is talking about here is this podcast, The Morning Hustle. Right?
Oh, shout out to bro. See, he went and did his research. This is what I like. I like these type of videos. My boy actually put a, you know what I mean, put an address on it. So now, because I was telling y'all I saw it, but I didn't have it. So he actually got it. So the show is called The Morning Hustle. It's a small channel. It's growing. Shout out to them. But look, it's at 34,000 subscribers. Bro, I hate when these niggas that be having like 7 million followers, 4 million followers, 5 million followers be trying to shit on the small channels like they post at the same numbers you got. Like, nigga, goddamn, you was once there too, nigga. You better stay humble, because that's how you fall off. We just learned that with the turkey leg hut people, nigga. You get too cocky and you fall off.
That interview currently sits at just over 1.5 thousand views, so it didn't perform great, but it's also not a giant platform. And Herbo recently went on there and talked about his album, his growth, fatherhood, a bunch of things, right? Vlad seems very annoyed that he decided to do that platform instead of his. He's basically like, I don't know why you would go give them an hour of your time to do 1,000 views when you...
That's hating. Hey, Vlad, that's hating, bro. Come on, man. You gonna shit on a smaller platform? Why would you do that? That's hating, bro. Come on. You supposed to be supporting. You the OG in this shit. You getting millions and millions and millions of views already. You at this point, that's just being stingy, man. Let these newer platforms shine too, man. Shit, especially if G Herbo want to go help them out. Shit, let them help them out. It's just like when you helped G Herbo, because you was the bigger at the time when he want to come up. Come on, man. God damn. You can't have all the energy. Let somebody else get some.
Come over here and do an hour with me and we might do 1 million views. Essentially, what he's trying to do is diminish that platform's contribution. He is trying to little bro that platform and act like he is better than them. Now, I looked into it and apparently this podcast, The Morning Hustle, is actually owned and operated by somebody that is close to Herb or somebody that was close to Herb's father. I'm not exactly sure, but there's a built-in relationship there. So it makes sense why he went on that smaller platform and contributed to their growth. But what I found when I was looking into this is that pretty much every other interview that Herbo did, like on Club Shay Shay, have been performing well. In fact, they've been performing better than Herbo's original interviews with DJ Vlad. Some of those are sitting at 200, 300,000, but his recent interviews where he just went on this recent run are doing 5, 6, 7, 800,000 views. So Vlad's narrative about G Herbo choosing a small podcast with low view counts is really misleading. It was just that one podcast that the interview didn't perform that great for. The rest of his interviews are performing phenomenally well. Probably.
He just exposed you as a hater, bro. He just exposed you as a hater, bro. So you took the low-hanging fruit of the one podcast that wasn't performing well, which just so happens to be friends of the family connected to him some type of way where they're connected, and him coming down to help his friends out, going to a smaller platform and giving them motion. I'm gonna go, that's real nigga shit. I'm gonna go step down because the average motherfucker ain't finna come sit with y'all on my level. Y'all family though, I'm gonna come sit with y'all and I'm gonna help y'all. Boom. Player shit. But instead you take that moment You don't highlight that. Instead, you throw mud on that and say he went to go see what a podcast that only does 700,000 views. Terrible. Damn, you look like a hater. I just exposed that, bro. That's fucked up.
The same or maybe even better than they would have done if he would have went back on Vlad TV. What's happened here is the leverage between Vlad and G Herbo has flipped, right? As Herbo has become more established, his interviews have started to pull in much bigger numbers than they did when he first did Vlad TV. That means that he has the ability to pick and choose where he wants to go now. When he was first starting, he didn't have that ability. He needed any and every look he could get. It seems to me like Vlad is really upset because he no longer has exclusive access to this interview, right? He wants Herbo to feel like Herbo owes him something and that he should be entitled to that exclusive interview because he gave him a look when he was first coming out. But Vlad didn't create Herbo's career. He already had music that was doing millions of views before his first DJ Vlad interview, right? So he didn't put Herbo on. In reality, Herbo don't owe him anything. The you owe me argument starts to feel weak when your platform is no longer necessary due to competition or because the artist has just outgrew your platform and can do numbers anywhere. Vlad's attitude comes off like, I did something for you, so you need to do something for me. But in media, just because you interview somebody doesn't mean that that person owes you anything. It's a collaboration when y'all do work together. If G Herbo feels like the platform is going to ask him questions he doesn't want to answer or would portray him in a way that he doesn't like, which Vlad has a reputation for digging into street activity and illegal topics, then G Herbo has the right to decline. The fact that Vlad is framing it as betrayal is really telling. But anyways, I've been rambling for a minute. With that laid out, let's look at what G Herbo actually said. So he's seen this clip posted over on Instagram, and the first thing he did was he tagged DJ Vlad. But then he posted this right here, which is a pretty lengthy paragraph, and he says, Vlad, you didn't do shit for me. Like nothing at all. You think the interviews that we did in the past is what blew me up? You gotta be shitting me. You called me every time, not the other way around. I obviously had some kind of emotion. I didn't even know who the you was when I first did an interview with you. I promise. I wasn't even in the loop back then. I just showed up wherever my team told me to, and I'll do another podcast and get 2 views if that's what I want to do. I do what I want to do. That's the exact reason why I'm not pulling up on your goofy ass, because you care about the view. That's why you do what you do and ask the shit that you do. I'm not uffing with it. I don't like what you represent, and you got no principles. You don't give a f about me or nobody else that you interview. You will get somebody killed and sent to jail and then be right on to the next victim that you take advantage of for clicks and views. Off you, buddy.
Damn. Sheesh. Cooked them. Cooked them. Now, you can't even eat. After that response, nigga, it ain't even nothing to talk about. You shouldn't even be over here talking about, nothing no more about G Herbo. He just blatantly told you right here, I'm not fucking with you, and here's why, nigga. So if I want to go over here and do this, let me do this, nigga. I mean, you don't gotta let me do shit because you don't control me. But nigga, don't worry about what the fuck I do. If I want to go sit down for 1 view, 2 views, nigga, that's what the fuck I want to do. Nigga, who the fuck is you to say what I shouldn't be doing and who should get a podcast, who should get an interview with me, who shouldn't? Fuck you, nigga. Fuck you, buddy. That's his exact words. And there you have it, man. There you have it.
Man, G Herbo making a statement right there. And honestly, he's not lying in his response. Vlad didn't make G Herbo. By the time those interviews dropped, Herb already had motion in Chicago. He was already buzzing off Welcome to Phaso Land, and he had the streets on lock. Vlad just benefited from tapping into that momentum early. And the way that G Herbo worded it by saying, you called me every time, not the other way around. That right there tells you everything that you need to know. It wasn't like G Herbo was hitting Vlad up, yo, bro, please interview me. Let me get an opportunity. Nah, according to him, Vlad is the one that was calling, like, please let me get an interview. Please let me get some views off of this right here. So it's crazy, really, for Vlad to turn around years later and act like he built Herb's career off of those interviews and those clips. He also brought up something that's kind of been a stain on Vlad's reputation for a long time, and that is the way that he uses the pain and the problems of the people he interviews. He said, you don't give a F about nobody you interview. You will get somebody killed or sent to jail and then move on to the next victim for clicks and views. And that's harsh, but if we're being honest, there is kind of truth in it. Over the years, how many Vlad clips have you seen that have gone viral because somebody said too much during their interview? Because he asked questions that he knew would lead to controversy or even incrimination. And his defense is always, well, they don't have to answer my questions. And that's technically true, but it's still manipulative when your whole brand relies on getting people to open up about street beefs and criminal activity. Vlad knows exactly what he's doing, and that's...
Yeah, see? Uh-huh. You trying to do like some psychology shit, some mind games. You trying to guilt trip niggas into feeling bad for not coming over there and give you the shit that you know they don't want to do. I don't want to, nigga, because I know what you're finna ask me. I know what you're looking for. I know what you feed off. I know nigga, you're not coming over here to hear about the good I got going. Yeah, you're gonna ask me certain those just to get to the real reason you want to ask me stuff about this feud or this person that just got killed that they're saying was just dissing me on the internet and now he's dead. You want to ask me about shit like that. That's what you really want. Because you know that's going to go viral. My response, if I respond, yeah, you ain't fooling nobody, man. Niggas is hip. Niggas is hip. We hip to what, you know, what the plays that, what they call the table, that the table was running. It's time to get the table the fuck up out of here. No, it's space on here for everybody, man. Like, you know, it's people who want to go engage in that type of shit. It is artists who still will engage and will, go do it. But everybody you don't got to feel entitled, or like, you're too entitled if you think every rapper has to do it or should do it. Everybody don't stand for that. Everybody don't stand for that, man, you know, but it is going to be a lot of rappers that come that be like, fuck it, I want to go do DJ Vlad. I want to go do over here, Academics. I want to go do No Jumper. I want to go do here. Even though people are seeing a track record of things that happened in the past, they don't care. Shit, they like it's a platform. And I'm using your platform and you using me to get these stories, to get these views that could probably send me to jail, but I don't give a fuck. And a lot of artists like that.
That's why artists like G Herbo don't trust him anymore. Over the last really year or so, we've seen G Herbo try to make a transition out of the streets. We've seen him try to grow. He's been on these interviews talking about fatherhood, mental health, giving back. He's not really trying to sit in a chair and talk about old street stories for Vlad's monetization. Vlad acts like he's being overlooked, but really the artists that he's interviewing are just growing. They're evolving. They are becoming bigger than his platform, and they would rather tell their story on their own terms than feed into somebody else's YouTube algorithm. Herbo is at the point now where he can pick and choose where he wants to go. He don't have to come do Vlad TV. He can go do any interview that he wants and he's still gonna be all right. You guys see what I'm saying? But anyways, this whole thing actually started months and months ago, if you really know. It didn't just start with this Vlad TV interview clip. This is something that's been brewing because G Herbo actually did an interview months ago with the comedian Adam Friedland, right? And in that interview, he actually called out not only DJ Vlad, but also DJ Academics. And he said he feels like they exploit the culture and the people that are from the hood. And they do that in order to monetize. And he said in that.
Do y'all think that's true? Chat. Do y'all think that's true? Do they exploit the culture for monetization? Let me know in the comments section right now.
An interview, I feel like they should be giving back to the communities that made them rich, right? And this is really where the tension actually started. I'll play y'all that clip right now.
What do you make of
guys are serious.
Of like the content creators that have made careers basically off of you guys, like Academics or Vlad, or like people that are like people that cover you guys and have like made money off of it?
See, if I was the type of nigga that really, I don't give a fuck about that shit. But if I did, I'd probably be like, yeah, cut me in or do something. Like, I feel like all those kind of guys, what they should do is give to a non-profit organization in Chicago that I'm gonna challenge them to do that. Like,
What's yours
Academics, Vlad, all you niggas that done made money off of culture and people dying and bloodshed and shit like that, go donate $20,000 or $50,000 to a nonprofit organization that focus on just the betterment of kids. That's my opinion, personally.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. If you done made money off exploiting the bloodshed of Chicago and bringing these motherfuckers on here to further push the agenda of the gang violence in Chicago, to help platform it and let this person who wasn't as vocal, as loud, now you put him on this platform where he could say, fuck you, rest in peace, well, I'm smoking your homie pack, this, that. Now he had a platform where he could say it, only for him to have to go back to that community and get murdered and slain over those words that he said on your platform. But yet, once he dies, the video everybody go watch, and now you got 3-4 million views off that interview. Should he have to say, hey man, it's only right I done made, especially with multiple instances like that. People who I interviewed and now they're dead, over, probably coming on my platform and saying stuff and giving them a platform to say this stuff. I done made thousands, hundreds of thousands off this shit. I could at least go back and give $20,000 to a Chicago nonprofit that's gonna help the youth. Yeah, I'm not mad at that. It makes sense. It makes sense. And I know Vlad probably, I mean, you don't got to, nigga can't tell you what to do with your money. I get that. Can't nobody tell you what to do with your money. It's your money, and how you choose to spend is on you. But does that make sense that he's saying, hey man, you exploited the culture, you can at least give back and help the future of this city that you exploited? Yeah, I'm not mad at that.
Right, so that's really initially what started this back and forth between DJ Vlad, Academics, and G Herbo. And I know some people are gonna say, you know, it's rich for G Herbo to say that DJ Vlad and Academics should get back to Chicago. Wasn't he just indicted for actually committing fraud, stealing from innocent people? And the answer is yes, but when you're from the streets, when you're from that life, sometimes it's hard to let go. What I do know is that G Herbo has tried to do good in his community, right? Back in 2020, he launched what he called Swerving Through Stress, which was a program that was started to provide free therapy sessions for youth in Chicago.
There you go. Somebody just asked, does G Herbo give back? Here you go. I answered your question instantly.
Literally partnered with mental health professionals to give young people free access to therapy sessions, because he said growing up in that environment, trauma was normalized and nobody was talking about how to heal it, right? I think that that's a good look. That's a good move. It's something that is needed. But Herbo has also donated to local schools. He's worked with other nonprofits, and he's done things like community givebacks, toy drives, and create these safe spaces like the therapy sessions for kids from the neighborhood to go to try to change the way that they are living their life. That's why his message really hits hard for me, because he's not just criticizing Vlad for clout. He's saying, if you're going to keep profiting off of our pain, at least put some of that money back into the community. That's basically what Herbo is saying. And that's what kind of makes this conversation so layered, because really, truthfully, nobody's hands is clean in any of this. But Vlad's whole thing is that, oh, I help these artists out by giving them exposure on my platform when they're not really massive. But G Herbo isn't talking about helping people in that way by giving them an opportunity. He's talking about two very different kinds of help. One help builds headlines, the other help builds actual change. And back when all of this went down, DJ Vlad and Academics actually sit down on Academics Off the Record podcast, and they did discuss this topic.
In other news, G Herbo wants you to sell the Richard Millie and donate some money to Chicago, because according to him, our platforms, and we built our platforms off of Chicago. I think most of that maybe was aimed at me, but it was kind of, they lumped us both together saying we should both just donate money, which, by the way, I have donated money to organizations from Chicago before, but this is like a new iteration of call to action saying basically we need to give back to Chicago because we profited off of them. Thoughts?
Well, I kind of think it was really more the bozo who was doing the interview. Right? What's his name?
I don't know his name.
Friedman or some motherfucker.
Damn, that nigga Vlad don't fuck with nobody. He called the nigga a bozo. Oh, they might have some outstanding like beef, who knows? But damn, Vlad don't fuck with nobody, huh?
Okay, it's like one of these like
he wanted a
clickbait Jewish
thing.
kid that probably got beat up, you know, and finally has a little bit of a voice and is trying to be tough because he actually called you a bitch on Twitter and stuff like that.
Well, of course
he called you a bitch in the interview too.
Well,
he messy. He messy. Hold on, nigga. Don't try to make this just about me. That nigga Vlad, he did a ping pong move right there. Don't just try to make this about me and get my response about him. No, we gonna give a response together. He called you a bitch. He called you that in the interview. So let's both respond to that nigga.
Trying to engage with me. I wouldn't. We already got the dossier on him. We got him doing blackface, all type of stuff. I just don't want to. Yeah, we just don't want to engage.
What?
I got
he
the
does
pictures.
blackface?
Come on.
Yo, show me the picture. Show me. I want to see this.
Vlad, let me tell you.
That guy. Because you know something? I said, hey, man, I heard you want to debate. Hit me up. I said,
Vlad.
your platform or mine? Let's go.
Vlad.
He didn't even respond. Show me the blackface.
Oh, they knew what they was doing. They knew what they was doing right here.
This is him.
Okay.
And scroll over.
No.
Come on now.
They knew what they was doing.
Yo, listen, we keep the files.
Look at this. Look at this.
We keep the files on them.
Look at this.
You know? So like,
but you're a racist. You.
So really, I could have I could have dropped that at any time. But again,
we just dropped it, right?
Well, here's the thing.
No fuzz it out.
No, hell no.
Fuzz it out. We want to see this.
He's
Herb, why are you even interviewing with this dude? This dude is a racist.
He's desperate to try to get a back and forth to be relevant. Right. And he was probably looking for salacious talking points, and that's probably one that Herb bit on, because maybe the other things he wanted Herb to like. To be honest, I've sat with Herb. I sat with Herb. I sat with Herb. We turned
Multiple
this big
times.
TV on,
Yeah.
and because he had said some tweets before about Chicago and me, and we went through them. I said, no, we're gonna go off what you said. We're gonna actually factually speak about this. And at the end of the interview, he pretty much backed down from everything he was saying. So like here, years later, I was like, you got baited into the conversation, and I understand.
Yeah.
But also, like, you know, I don't know how you feel, but I'm not in the apologetic mode anymore.
I did not build my career off Chicago. I mean, look, me and Herb's people are talking right now.
Oh, you got to get him on there.
Yeah, so we're talking about doing an interview.
These niggas be so locked in. Listen, man, fuck all that. They deflected from what the fuck he said. All he said is nigga donate some bread. And academics, he said, I donated before, but he didn't say how much. He doesn't need to say, but in a situation like this, it would be nice for people to hear. They do want to hear that. That's just people who that's fans of this shit. They want to hear how much did you donate? How much you donate? Because he gave a number. G Herb said, y'all can at least donate 20 to 50. And then they could come back and be like, hey, I did donate already. It could have been $100. You know what I mean? But not saying you have to donate anything. Again, it's your money. Nobody can tell you how to spend your money. But I think that's the thing. G Herbo was like, hey, you know, all right, cool. 20,000. I donated already. Now that's going to make a nigga, like G Herbo, if he had time, he could go research that and find out and expose you if it was like some bullshit. Because he could be like, nigga, I said 20,000, you only donated $175. I'm just saying put this much more on it. And, you know, since you profited off our shit. And, you know. But, hey, man, to each his own. Can't nobody tell you what to spend. Can't nobody tell you what to do with your money. Hey, and if you choose to go over there on this man's platform and let him know about what's going on in your city, then you can't blame him. It kind of, you got to play that responsibility too. You got to put that on your back. You the one that went over there. I would have never known what was going on if you didn't come over here and give me the details. So you got to, you know, it's 50-50, man. It's 50-50.
And we were actually supposed to talk today, but he was like on flights and so forth. So we're talking about actually, you know, but we're in active talks to actually do something. Because look, the thing that everyone expects from us is like, well, what about what you do? What about?
Oh, no, I definitely did that.
Yeah, you did that.
I definitely said you can't rob innocent grandmas. Y'all stole their credit cards, ran up a $1.5 million tab, went on vacation, bought designer puppies, $40,000 puppies. You and your whole crew, y'all got indicted by the DOJ. Y'all got indicted for fraud and scamming innocent people. You paid back, or you were ordered to pay back $140,000. Well, if we're talking about giving back, you're talking about giving back because you feel we should be charitable. Good. I think everybody in hip hop should be charitable.
Yeah.
You should give back what you stole. I'm sorry. That's not even charitable. That's just actually giving back what you have taken illegally. So, obviously, I don't think it's like that with her, but I'm glad you guys got to do something.
I mean, look, like the obvious thing is to say, well, what about your lyrics?
These niggas are two of the same. This shit is funny. They two of the same. They ping-ponging right now.
What about you calling, you saying GDK, which is Gangster Disciple Killer? Like, that's the obvious thing, but really, I feel like
they ping-ponging.
Herb really got baited into that conversation. True. It's not like he just came on board and said, yo, let me tell you about Vlad and Ak, then blah, blah, blah. No, it's like he got baited into it. The guy's like, oh, because he's a bitch. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, you could tell like Herb was sort of going along with the energy of the dude with the black face. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And but I think for me, when I heard it, and because I know people that know him, and like I've interviewed him when he was a little Herb, multiple interviews. You can look at my YouTube channel. It's all there.
You've interviewed Bibby too.
Bibby's my man. We're talking about doing another one. We keep in contact.
Yeah.
Like I help Bibby make millions of dollars by showing him how the stock thing works. And he
I hate people that gotta just do that all fucking day. Why you gotta keep throwing what the fuck you did for me, nigga? Stop fucking throwing that out there, nigga, because you got that you owe me mentality, man. I did this, I did that, I did this, I did that, I did that. What did he do for you, man? Niggas love to sit and highlight everything they did for people. I. Jesus Christ.
He went on and did great with it. Like, so me and Bibby, Bibby's done my platform multiple times. Like, I rock with all these dudes. So I think, like, yo, instead of saying you have to do something, I have to do something, why don't we just do something together?
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Why don't all of us, because none of us totally have our hands clean in this. All of us have done certain things that ultimately, have had negative influences, negative repercussions that we could help out.
I love what you just said, but I hate it when rappers never take responsibility. They'll use this, oh, well, it was my life. And I'm like.
Now, that's where I got to agree. This is where I got to agree. And I just said that. Like, it's a 50-50 thing. You're coming on there. Yeah, I can talk about your city from an outsider's standpoint looking in. But now, if you're actually from that city and you come sit on my platform and give me the actual details, the inner workings of what's going on in that city, and is that me exploiting it? Or is that you coming over there and exploiting your city to me? To my platform, to my viewers. Now that's where that could be argued. Hey, listen, if your city is the murder capital at the time, and I'm talking about all the murders, that's low-hanging fruit content, right? Because the news is talking about it every day. It's viral. It's on every channel. It's on. So let me go do content based on that and what I could find on these stories. But now, if I could get the actual players involved, that's on y'all to be like, nah, nigga, hell no, we ain't letting, unless you paying us, because everybody got a price. That's another thing that needs to be taught. A lot of these niggas, they'll let you exploit their cities for the right price. So, I mean, it's a 50-50 thing. That's my stance. It's 50-50, y'all. I know that they'll give it like it's all one person's fault. Now, if they're doing all that without actual people from the city going on their platforms, yeah, now you're exploiting it. Now you're stirring up drama because you don't even know nobody here. Nigga, you ain't even from here. You don't know nobody from here. You making all this content. You ain't never seen it. You ain't never did blah, 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 blah. Yeah, which was in the beginning of academics. That's what they were saying. Like, nigga, you ain't from here. You starting all this shit. You making all these stories about the drill shit. You ain't even, nigga, you got motherfuckers. Yeah, that's what exploiting is for sure. But when it gets to the point of the artists or the street niggas now being thirsty, you're not supposed to go over there and give in. Now you thirsty. You done came over here and now you're giving him the actual details. Hey, what was my boy? We went to school together. He grew up over here. He would have never knew that if you wouldn't have went on no platforms and said it. You know what I mean? So it's 50-50.
Listen, if you've made a lyric about promoting violence,
at the end of the day, all of us have done things that have unintentionally had negative effects.
Yeah.
Right? Whether it's reporting on a certain story or whether it's doing a certain lyric and saying certain things. So at the end of the day, none of us could say, look, you know, I did nothing. I'm totally clean. You know, look, like the whole BTB Savage thing, I still feel bad about my role in that. I interviewed him. He told me about a home invasion and so forth. I didn't think he was going to do a picture next to a pool of blood, showing off his jewelry. But ultimately, that ended in the worst possible way. Like, those guys kept, whoever he had beef with and whoever the friends of the dude that he killed in self-defense obviously kept getting madder and madder and madder and madder until they took it out in terms of his murder. Like, so instead of us just pointing the fingers at each other and saying, it's your fault, it's your fault, it's your fault, why don't we actually come together and do something cool?
Now, one thing that I do gotta say I respect is that DJ Vlad in that interview did say he was willing to give back. He didn't say, oh, I'm not gonna give back to nobody. This is my money. This is my platform, my influence I'm using, and I'm gonna do with it what I want. He did say, hey, look, if we could all come together, I'd be more than willing to help out in these communities. All right, so you gotta give respect where it's due. But really, at the end of the day, this argument between G Herbo and DJ Vlad all comes down to perspective. Vlad still sees himself as the guy who gave artists their first shot, the one that's doing them a favor by putting a camera in their face. But since Vlad first started doing his interviews, times have changed. Rappers don't really need Vlad TV anymore. There are dozens, if not hundreds, of platforms doing the exact same thing that he's doing. The rappers are the content. They've got.
Yeah, this ain't the times. Back in the day, people needed Vlad to a certain extent. People needed it, but now niggas done learned the game. Niggas done learned the game. These young niggas done learned the game. There's so many platforms now where we could go on here and go viral without asking these types of questions. And nigga, I would rather do that with people who I know or I love or that's from my culture, that's from my community. Like, that's how artists be looking at shit now. Like, shit, why the fuck I'm gonna go sit with you and say this when I can go sit with him? You know what I mean? This show is more popping. FMW, All Facts podcast, or this, whatever. I would rather go do something that's of the culture that I love, that I watch, and let them get that moment. You know what I'm saying? And you can't be mad at that. It's a plethora of options out there now for artists who want to go sit down with somebody, and they can go choose to go sit down with.
Their own audiences, sometimes their own platforms and their own narratives. They can pick and choose who they want to do business with now. And the truth about this is really Vlad's frustration isn't really about loyalty. It's about control. He's upset that the artists that he used to dictate the story for are now in a position to go and tell that story themselves without needing him, without needing his platform. And that's why he sounds bitter when he mentions G Herbo, because Herb doesn't fit the system anymore. He's not feeding Vlad's algorithm. He's feeding himself, his family, his community. And meanwhile, Vlad and academics are still sitting on podcasts debating why artists don't want to talk to him anymore, when the answer is really simple. People are tired of being dissected for clicks. They're tired of being turned into cautionary tales instead of being celebrated for their growth. So yeah, G Herbo might have moved on from Vlad, but maybe that's exactly what growth looks like. You start on the platforms that'll take you, but once you understand your value, you go where your message is respected.
There it is. And that's what it boiled down to. It's that simple. Nigga, I outgrew your platform. I know what your platform do. I know what is the bread and butter of your platform. I am no longer going to allow you to capitalize and utilize that off of me. I'm not in that space no more. I was blind to it. Even though I knew it, I was blind to it before, but now I see. And that's just what it is.
I exploit it, but that's my thoughts on it. That's my view on it. That's my perspective. Y'all got to let me know how y'all feel about it in the comments down below. Is Vlad just being honest about reciprocity, or is he really out here guilt tripping rappers for not feeding into his machine anymore? Because from where I'm sitting, it looks like G Herbo made the right call, but y'all let me know in the comments down below. Don't
Yeah. All right. Did G Herbo make the right call? Let me know. Let us know in the comments section. What is your thoughts on this? At this point in G Herbo's career, does he have to go sit down on a platform like Vlad TV? Should he go sit down on a platform like Vlad TV? Or, it seems like he's woke. He gets it. He knows the power. Maybe it's something that he didn't like that he didn't have no control of, and it's probably he looks back. It's a cringe moment for him, like when I went on your platform and I said this because I was dumb, I was young. But now, well, I feel like you should have told me, like, hey, bro, that was wrong. You shouldn't be doing this. Instead, you made it into clips and you made me go viral, and it could have caused something in the streets back then. I can't really talk about it on the internet. It's something a little deeper probably with G Herbo, you know what I mean? And now he's like, shit, I'm not going back over there because last time I went over there, this is what happened. I just can't talk about it publicly. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, you caused this to happen in the streets, nigga, and I had to do this and blah, blah, blah. I can't talk about that publicly, though, so I'm just not going to go on your platform no more. And it's that simple, bro. Don't fault me for it. You know what I'm saying? It could still be all love, but instead you want to act like a diva and you want to say that, nigga, you want to downplay anything else I do that ain't yours. That's not cool. That's hater shit right there. So let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. Who was wrong in the situation? Who was right? Vlad or G Herbo? Let me know in the comment section. And I'll give you 2 seconds to smash the like. And as always, get ready for the next reaction. All right, y'all. Let's see. Hold on. How long was I on here? Hour and a half. All right, cool. I'm gonna drop these 2 reactions tomorrow. You know what I mean? Shout out to the people. You know what I mean? Appreciate everybody who saw it live. Shout out to y'all, man. I'm gonna get up off here. I was gonna do 3, but I'm gonna get up off here right now. I'm gonna double back in the morning. I'm gonna knock out way more. Wait. Let me not say that. Let me not say that in the morning because tomorrow's what? Wednesday. I gotta do 10 o'clock. Actually, wait. Damn. 7 o'clock tomorrow, Wednesday. I can get on here at 7 o'clock. Tomorrow, 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. I'll get on here and I'll bang out some more. We'll do like 4 hours tomorrow night, y'all. 7 o'clock. Let's do it. Meet me back here tomorrow at 7 p.m. PST, Pacific time. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to finish watching the rest of these, man. I got some dope shit lined up from the Ace Pit. Appreciate y'all submitting the videos. Make sure y'all go to the Discord. Y'all drop the links, man, underneath the entertainment tab where it says reactions. I'm gonna make sure I save them, and we gonna react, man. We gonna keep this going every day. I'm trying to do every day. If I can't do it, if I don't go live, that means I got some family shit or like a busy day. So don't judge me, man. But the days where I can do it, I'm gonna go live, which the goal is every day. That's the goal. So appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all smash them like, man. Let's keep running these up. Let's keep going live and doing some dope reactions together. You know what I mean? I enjoy doing these with y'all, man. Hope y'all enjoy the content. And also, I'm dropping all these reaction videos, man. Just make sure, just go over there and smash the like for your boy and leave a comment. And let's get that shit in the algorithm, man. I definitely appreciate y'all. Aces in the motherfucking chat. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gone. Till next time.